right, so today we're going to read the story about the three bears. And we're going to stop while we're reading the story to talk about some vocabulary words that we find in our story today. And remember that vocabulary words, when we learn about them, it helps us to better understand the story a little bit more. So I hope you enjoy the reading of The Three Bears. The Three Bears is written by Paul Gauldin and is illustrated by him as well. Do you remember what the author does? Writes the story. And what does the illustrator do? Draws the picture. All right. Let's go ahead and start. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the woods. One of them was a wee little bear. One was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great big bear. They each had a bowl for their porridge. The little wee bear had a little wee bowl. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bowl, and the great big bear had a great big bowl. Now on this page, we have a vocabulary word, and the word is porridge. What do you think porridge may be? They had a bowl of porridge. A bowl of porridge is like oatmeal or grits, something hot. So we are going to remember porridge. It's something that you eat. So we're going to make one hand like a bowl and our other hand like a spoon. And we're going to go porridge. What word is this? Porridge. They each had a chair to sit in. The little wee bear had a little wee chair. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized chair. And the great big bear had a great big chair. They each had a bed to sleep in. The little wee bear had a little wee bed. The middle-sized bear had a middle-sized bed. And the great big bear had a great big bed. One morning, the three bears made porridge for breakfast and poured it into their bowls. But it was too hot to eat. So they decided to go for a walk in the woods until it cooled. While the three bears were walking. Now, we have another vocabulary word on this page. It is the word cooled. What do you think the word cooled means? It means when the temperature has gone down on something. So we're going to remember the word cool like it finally kind of got a little cool. So I'm going to kind of shiver like this so that we kind of know that's what it means. So this word is cool, and this word was porridge. Good job. A little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. First, she looked in at the window. Then she peeked through the keyhole. Of course, there was nobody inside. Goldilocks turned the handle of the door. We have another vocabulary word on this page. It is the word peeked. What do you think it means when you peek into something? It means to look just a little into like a small space. So we're going to think of peek like this, like you're peeking through your hand. So this is the word peek. What word is this? Peek. Good. This was the word cooled, and this word was porridge. Good job, guys. Let's continue. The door was not locked because the three bears were trusting bears. They did no one any harm and never thought anyone would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went right in. There was the porridge on the table. It smelled very, very good. Goldilocks didn't stop to think whose porridge it was. She went straight to it. Now we have another vocabulary word on this page. And this page is the vocabulary word is trust. What do you mean? What do you think it means when you trust someone? That's right. That means that you know that they're going to do what they say they're going to do. So I think of trust, and I remember trust like this, like you promise, almost like a pinky promise right here. So it's like you kind of promise to do something and you know that person's going to do it. So this is trust. This word was peak. Good job. This word was cold. And then our last one that we've talked about was porridge. Good job. Y'all are doing great. First, she tasted the porridge of the great big bear, but it was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the middle-sized bear, but it was too cold. Then she tasted the porridge of the little wee bear. It was neither too hot nor too cold, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went into the parlor to see what else she could find. There were the 3 chairs. First, she sat down in the chair of the great big bear, but it was too hard. Then she sat down in the chair of the middle-sized bear, but it was too soft. Then she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear. It was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the bottom of the chair fell out. Down she went, plump, onto the floor. Goldilocks went into the bedroom where the 3 bears slept. First, she lay down upon the bed of the great big bear, but it was too high at the head for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the little wee bear. It was neither too high at the head nor too high at the foot, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she covered herself up and fell fast asleep. By this time, the 3 bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home for breakfast. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great big bear in his porridge bowl. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the middle-sized bear in her porridge bowl too. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bowl. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge and has eaten it all up," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The 3 bears went into the parlor. Goldilocks had left the cushion crooked in the chair of the great big bear, and he noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had squashed down the cushion in the chair of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has sat right through it," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The 3 bears went into the bedroom. Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place, and he noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had pulled the blanket of the middle-sized bear out of place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. This woke Goldilocks up at once. There were the 3 bears all staring at her. Goldilocks was so frightened that she tumbled out of bed and ran to the open window. Out she jumped. She ran away as fast as she could, never looking behind her. Now we have another vocabulary word on this page, and it is the word frightened, what do you think it means when you are frightened? You're scared. So I remember frightened like, ah. So let's go back over our vocabulary words really quick before you finish up. We have the word frightened. We have the word peak. We have the word cooled. We have the word porridge. And do you remember what this one means? Trust. Good job. Let's finish up our story. Now, no one knows what happened to Goldilocks after that. As for the three bears, they never saw her again. Boys and girls, y'all did an awesome job with the story today. And in a previous lesson, we looked at our handy-dandy chart and we filled out the characters and the setting of our story. So today, I want us to finish filling out our chart and I want us to look at the problem and solution. What do you think I mean whenever I talk about a problem? It's what's wrong in the story. Good. So what was wrong in our story today? Goldilocks came and ate their porridge and sat in their chairs and slept in their beds. So I'm going to say Goldilocks came into the bear's house while they were gone. Good job. Now, the solution. What is the solution of the story? It's how they fixed the problem. So how did the bears fix the problem in our story today? They woke her up. And did that scare her? It did. Scared her. Good job. All right, so now let's look at our beginning, middle, and end. What happened at the beginning of our story today? The bears went out for a walk. Good. So the bears went for a walk. Why did they go for that walk? They went for that walk while their porridge cooled. Good job. What happened in the middle of the story today? That's when Goldilocks came in and did all her stuff, right? So I'm going to put Goldilocks came and ate the porridge sat in the chairs, and what else did she do? She slept in their beds. Good job. And then what was the ending of our story? Good. The bears woke her up and scared her. Awesome job. Y'all did such a great job today, and I'm so very proud of you. And I can't wait to see you till next time.